Welcome back to my channel. You want to learn how to make these smothered turkey wings so you can present these to your family on this Thanksgiving holiday? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to show you a very quick and easy recipe so that you can learn how to make these delicious smothered turkey wings. Now to get started, here I have my turkey wings already washed and cleaned up, and my spices are garlic powder, poultry seasoning, Creole season, black pepper, rosemary, and Lowry seasoned salt. So what I like to do is make somewhat of a marinade. So I'm using about 6 to 8 tablespoons of olive oil. And what I'm gonna do is just gather my seasonings together and combine them in this cup with the olive oil. And that's just gonna make like a paste. And that's what I'm gonna be seasoning my turkey wings with. So what you wanna do is just coat your turkey wings with these spices, and you wanna put on a good amount because turkey wings, they have a very thick skin on them, and you wanna put enough on so that these spices will penetrate through to the meat in the inside. So just rub it all over the front, the back, try to get it in every corner and crack that you can. And if you have the time, it would be best if these could rest in the refrigerator overnight or for at least 5 hours. Now I baked mine for about an hour and a half on 400 degrees, and this is what they look like when they come out. Now we're gonna set these to the side and we're gonna get started with our gravy. Now in this pan, I'm gonna be using about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. And I'm using that amount because I'm making a pretty good amount of gravy. Now if you're not making a lot of gravy, then you just adjust the amount of flour and oil that you're using. I'm adding about 1/2 cup of self-rising flour. So this is how you create your homemade gravy. You start off with whatever oil you prefer. It could be vegetable oil, could be canola oil, or any other oil. And you want to add in your self-rising flour along with whatever spices and seasonings that you prefer. And you fry the flour and the spices until it becomes a nice caramel brown color. So I like to use the same spices that I put on my turkey wings before I bake them. So I'm using some salt, some pepper, some Cajun season, and I'm also using some garlic powder. At this point, all you need to do is mix everything together, combine all those spices, and then you just want to let this simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes until your flour starts to thicken and it comes to a nice dark brown color, as you see right here. Now it's time to add in your onions. I'm going to be using about 1.5 cups of onions, and once you get your onions in the pan, all you need to do is let them fry for about 8 to 10 minutes, and you're going to have to keep stirring them so that your flour doesn't burn at the bottom. Then you will need to add in your water or whatever liquid you're going to be using in this recipe. You could use chicken broth or chicken stock, but in this recipe, I'm gonna be using water. Now that my onions are halfway cooked, I'm gonna add in about 6 to 8 cups of water, and you wanna add it in a little bit at a time. This way, it will help decrease the amount of lumps that you have in your gravy. If you add it all at one time, it will just take you longer to smooth out that gravy and get all those lumps out. So it's best that you add a little at a time and keep stirring while you're adding the water. Now before you add your gravy to your turkey wings, you want to taste it for salt and make sure it's at the level that you need it to be. And then you're going to take your gravy and pour it all over the top of your turkey wings. And at first this gravy will look very thin and watery, but by the time these turkey wings are fully cooked and everything is done, this gravy will be nice and rich and thick. Now I'm gonna cover these turkey wings with some aluminum foil, and I'm gonna put them back in the oven at 375 degrees, and they will cook for another hour and a half. My turkey wings are finished, and do you see how rich and brown this gravy looks? And the turkey wings are tender as well. I hope that you tried this recipe, and if you do, leave me a comment down below and let me know how it worked out for you. Until then, I will see you on the next video.